All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. I am thrilled, just as a former teacher and now as the educational content lead here at EVERFI, where I use Canva on the daily, probably during work and after work. I'm just obsessed with this platform. So we're super excited today to share Canva for education with you, and then also to tell you how you can pair EVERFI and Canva together. So as you come on in, let me just introduce myself real quick. My name is Alyssa Lyons. I am the educational content lead here at EVERFI, who supports our social media channels, our YouTube, our LearnOn channel, and anything to support teachers across the globe to make sure that their students are getting free critical skills through educational technology. So I'm going to kick it over. We are so happy and we are thrilled to be joined by Janice today. So I'm going to go ahead and allow her to introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. This is so much fun. My name is Janice Wintermeyer, and I am a Canva learning consultant, which is amazing because I love Canva as well. And I loved Canva when I was a teacher. So I did spend 15 years in the classroom, and I was an instructional coach for technology very recently, and then have just shifted into the role of Canva learning consultant so I can take my love for Canva for education and share it with more districts and more people so that everybody can enjoy it. So I'm super excited to see how we can partner with EVERFI and share ways that we can take these two platforms and make them amazing.
Awesome. Yeah. What a fun job. Oh, so fun to create and just, think about all the different ways that you can elevate student engagement. So cool. So thank you for being with us today. I have to ask you, since you worked in the classroom, you're an instructional coach, do you have a favorite thing about just using educational technology in the classroom? Is there one thing that just really kind of hooks you in on it?
I really love the watching students turn from like the consumer of technology to creators and really turning into kind of seeing that spark or that engagement or having them find their voice in whatever platform that is, whether it's through video or audio or podcasting or creating visual communications, whatever that looks like, having them see that, technology isn't just social media consumption of all of the things that are going on in their world, but really how to be those creators and innovators and kind of how it can take what seems like just a boring school assignment, but really taking it to the next level and putting it in their world. I think ed tech has come a long way into the realm of video and podcast and visual communication. And I think seeing them gravitate towards those things is really exciting.
Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, I think we allow the students to create, it elevates their voice, it brings value into the classroom. Who knows what impact they're going to have on our world now and in the future. It just really allows them to have that platform. That's
Those
awesome.
real world connections, I think, are so important. And I think they see that a little bit more.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, that's something that we definitely have in common. That's why we just gravitate towards you so much, is just thinking about where this is going to propel them forward and how it gives them skills to be independent, but also collaborators on things, connect with their community. And then what we both love as former teachers is everything is free, which is the best. There's no catch. It's all just completely free. So thank you for doing that too for all of our schools.
Yes, amazing.
Awesome. Well, great. Let's go ahead and get into it. I want to give everybody just a quick overview of EVERFI if you haven't had the opportunity to dig into it yet, or maybe you've heard about it, but you haven't been into our course catalog just yet. So let me show you where we are in our course catalog. We're always growing. It seems like we are adding new things every single day, but we are still rooted in that whole child education of thinking about where students are, where we can meet them, and where we can help them grow. So whether that's social emotional learning, financial readiness, health and wellness, we're now getting into early learning. We have some courses that we're going to dig into even the metaverse. So we're constantly creating of what you all need. If you want to, you can start today by doing a few things. I always love to look at our How It Works video. I like to dive into our courses. So if you go to our website at everfi.com/K-12, you can take a look at all of the modular courses. And we even have somebody here to help you. So she'll pop up. She scares me every time, but she'll pop up. You can filter by grade level and by topic. And once you pick those courses, you will see that each of our courses are broken down into those modulars, sections or mini lessons. So anywhere from 5 to 25-minute lessons where you can pick and choose the lessons that students will work on, but they're all student facing, game based, and really help start the conversation and build that vocabulary bank so that students can connect to the real world and have deeper conversations at home within the classroom and know how to navigate the world once they get out there. If you want to go ahead and sign up for your account while we're speaking, go ahead and do that now. But I encourage everybody, if you click on this sign up now button, it will take you through the registration process. It takes less than 5 minutes, and it'll bring you to a teacher center that looks like this, where you can add every single course that we have. It's all completely free. And when you get to your teacher dashboard, there's so many courses. I'm scrolling, probably giving you a little bit of a whiplash here. But once you get into your teacher dashboard, you'll be able to view the course as if you were a student. You'll also be able to check out a plethora of resources. I call this the gold mine. Lesson plans, assessment keys, standards alignments, everything that you would need. So it's extremely turnkey. This works very similar to other platforms where you will create a class, generate a code, and your students will receive that code to log in. So independently logged in, and then you can also upload your students if you have some younger students to eliminate that. You can pull reports on your students' work so you can consistently see how they're working, if they do this at home, if this is something while you're out of the classroom for a sub to do, or if it's independent center time, you can always pull data on your students. So that's just really high level again of EVERFI. If you go straight to everfi.com/create, it will take you to your teacher platform. And dig in there. We have local implementation specialists that can help you align everything to your standards and answer any questions. But let's go ahead. I'm super excited. Let's dive over. And Janice, I would love if you can give us kind of an overview of Canva and what's all available there.
Yeah, absolutely. I am going to share my screen as well and just share a few pieces with you about Canva and Canva for Education specifically. Canva for Education. So what is it? It is amazing. It is a visual communications platform at its core. So Canva really allows for any type of visual communication piece to be created. It's so simple. That's why I love Canva for Education, because the interface is so easy for anybody to use, but there's so many powerful tools to create, to edit designs, to share. It's got an amazing amount of opportunity. And the best part, like we already said, it's 100% free for educators, students, schools, and districts. So teachers can create their own accounts. Students can create their own accounts. It's COPA, FERPA compliant. You can also go district-wide. So if you're interested in that, if you are an administrator, or if you have a lot of teachers already using it, it's really great to shift that into a district platform and a district team to really allow for some higher benefits. The best part of Canva is really the templates. It's so easy to take a template that already exists and then edit and modify it. And there are, I think, something like 60,000 created templates already, and they grow every day. So this is just some of our favorites. You have things like presentations, comic strips, storyboards, digital books, videos, newsletters, posters, infographics. There's also a really amazing collaboration piece to this where you can share designs between students and you can do a lot of group work, do it as a whole class, like interactive whiteboard activities. The collaboration and sharing is really so amazing. And I just like to throw this up there because this is just a very small portion of all the things you can create. But I love when I throw this up when I'm training a district or when we're talking to people, because something different stands out to me every time. And I think stands out to different people depending on your content or your grade level. And I think even beyond the basic infographics and presentations and lesson plans, you have things like ID card. Like, how cool of a project would that be to make an ID card for a character in a book? Or you can make things like checklists, like maybe as a teacher or an administrator or an administrative assistant or secretary in a building, you need to make a checklist or a newsletter. There's templates for all of those things. You can even build websites right in Canva. So this is one of my favorite things to do. I build a presentation and then I publish it as a scrolling website. So just a different way to interact with the information. There's so many awesome opportunities and possibilities here.
So cool.
And it's all free. We just like to keep reiterating it's free. It's going to be free. It's 100% free if you are in a K-12 teacher, school, student, district, whatever that looks like. And then these are my highlights. I love to highlight these 4 things because they're newer. So if you are a Canva user, some people have not seen this yet, or maybe it's new to you. So I just love to point these out. We now have digital stickers. So as you collaborate with students and teachers, or as students are sharing work, teachers can not only leave written feedback, which I think is amazing, they can now also leave digital stickers. So even more fun and a good way to boost that feedback. There's also a PDF importer. So if some of your content is PDF based, you can upload those PDFs and it automatically converts them into editable Canva designs, which is awesome.
So cool.
And then you can make them, easier for littles, easier for, other students. If you don't need all the pieces, you can cut them apart, whatever you need to do. This is newer as well. So it's under that More tab on the left, but we now have inking and the ability to draw. So we have a draw tool where you can freehand draw. You have different pen styles and sizes and colors, and you can highlight. So now that really takes it to the next level to be able to mark up a page or sketch, do math problems. For our younger students, the ability to kind of just circle things or, match things, drawing lines between each other. Now you have that ability to do it in Canva. And then the last one I love to highlight is our video editor. So we have a video editing tool now in Canva. It's so easy. If you see along the bottom, it looks like almost just like you're building a slide deck. So it's very easy to start building, to bring in templated pieces. You can upload your own audio, video, whatever it is that you have. We have audio available to underlay under the video if you want to choose our audio. You can record it with a voiceover. It's easy to trim and add transitions. There's so many. It's so amazing to watch students be able to edit videos in such a simple platform. So those are kind of my highlights of Canva. And again, it's all free, which is amazing.
I mean, I even just learned so many things there that I didn't know before. The website piece, I think that's always something that we've wanted to do, but it's such a big task and there's all these coding pieces. Like, that's what I love about Canva is it takes these ideas that maybe seemed so large and breaks them down into digestible pieces where students are the creators, where you get to see and they display all of their thinking in various ways. So cool.
And even in the website piece, you can build it almost like a slide deck. So it's so simple to interact with, but then how you publish it, there's so many ways to publish on Canva that we didn't touch on, but publishing to outside sources, to learning management systems, to Google, to whatever that looks like, publishing to the web as a website. There's just lots of opportunities.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, things that I didn't know existed. And then I'm just thinking during like remote learning, or if we have, for example, flexible learning days here in my state, where if it snows a lot, but you're still kind of taking your school day, just that PDF piece, just being able to go ahead and annotate on there, create, gosh, that would save so much time. So
Love it.
So cool. Well, thank you for sharing all of that. I'm ready to create, but we wanted to take just a few moments and think about how these tools can work together. So, for example, I wanted to take 2 courses where we are talking about our flagship, which is financial wellness. So, something that all students should have the opportunity to learn. And really, how do we take this big, like we said, same with Canva, how do we take this big project on and then break it down into smaller pieces? This is how we do our courses, this big idea. And how does it fit in? And how do we give kids skills that maybe they didn't know before? One of my absolute favorites is Venture, which is our entrepreneurship course, where students actually learn about what it means to be an entrepreneur, how to have an entrepreneurial mindset, and then they will go through and build their own food truck business. And so, in that food truck business, they have to come up with a marketing plan, they have to budget, they have to come up with the marketing on the food truck. Where are you going to park it? What kind of food are you going to have? All of that good stuff. And this is a course that is more for middle school and high school. And the entire course is about an hour and a half long. So great content, but what if I want to extend upon that content? Okay, so we're learning about it. We've got all of the vocabulary. And what I can do as a teacher is once I'm in my teacher dashboard and I go to my resources, I'm going to have, again, like we talked about, those lessons and activities. And there's actually an activity in here where the students are going to create a t-shirt business. So they have this food truck business and then they're thinking about the t-shirt business. But Janice, you had a fabulous idea of how we can kind of elevate this instead of just having the students draw their t-shirts, talk about it. I would love for you to share how Canva kind of fits in as a great complement to that.
Yeah, so Canva actually has a t-shirt designer built into Canva, so it's super fun. So that would be a great way to extend that lesson is to, come up with a logo or come up with a kind of slogan or whatever that looks like for their t-shirt business. And then I'm going to show this over here. You can, when you search t-shirt, you have a lot of templates to start with, but as you click on one, oops, and now I'm going to share the wrong tab because it opens in a new tab. Let's try that again. We'll share this tab. As it opens into a new t-shirt tab, you can be designing. You have all of your elements over here, but when you click on print t-shirt, you get to see what that design looks like on a t-shirt. So as I edit in real time, I can change my colors to be whatever color my business is. I can change all of my lettering and I can, maybe not the background because it's a shirt color, but in real time, see, I can change my shirt color here. I can change my text. And it will show you in real time what that would look like on a t-shirt. So that's kind of fun to see your design come to life that way.
Yeah. And I think this allows students that may not be, quote unquote, I am not one, but the best artist or feel like they can express their ideas through drawing. This is a great way where they can use those different designs and really bring together their thoughts. I love too how you can actually see how it lays on somebody. So cool.
Instead of just the cutout piece, like you actually get to see what it looks like, on a shirt. And you can order them right off Canva too. That part is not free, but it is kind of fun to have like a classroom contest or if kids really like their logos, they could go in and order them. So that's cool.
Oh, I love that. That could even be like an extension of the building the business. Okay, so you have to design it. And now, okay, how many am I going to order? Do I take like pre-orders? I think that really takes them through that entrepreneurship journey. So cool. Did not know that. All right. So let me show you another one that we thought would be really great as complements to each other. And so in addition to kind of that financial wellness world, we have a middle school program called Futuresmart. And this is a program for your 6th to 8th graders to really journey through the different parts of your life where you're applying your financial knowledge, whether you know it or not. So, from smart shopping and looking at unit prices to what kind of classes am I going to take within middle and high school that journey me on to the next pathway. And then I also like looking at your financial future, and it's great to see how long it actually takes to get that amount of money you want to retire. A lot of kids say they're going to retire at 25, and then they see kind of what that looks like. May take a few more years. But in this course, what the students will do is they will have to start with the first one. This is one of the only ones where they have to do that first lesson, but they'll create an avatar. And that avatar is going to be the mayor of the town. And that mayor goes through and helps different community members make smart financial choices. And then at the very end, they will build a blueprint. So, kind of a story of where they're going to put together all of this knowledge to help them now and in the future. And Janice, you had the perfect complement to this as well within Canva.
So again, it's all about those templates in Canva. I'm telling you, there's so many great opportunities for that. So when you are on Canva, you can obviously look up under templates under all of these pieces, but I can just type in things. I've already typed it in because I was looking it up, but I can type in storyboard and just search. And there are so many amazing storyboard templates that you can start with to design your story. So it gives you, and it gives students who are maybe overwhelmed by the blank page, just a place to start. You can also search other things like comic strip or, story or things like that, and it will come up with similar ideas, and then you can build them into your own storyboard. The nice thing about Canva too is when you do pick one, let's say as a teacher, maybe you feel like this will be overwhelming for students, but you really like one of these, you can also pick a few, and then as you share a design, you can publish it as a template link for students so that it creates an automatic copy for that student, and then they can just edit and modify. So if going through all of the templates is a little overwhelming, you can give them one or two and allow them to make a copy for themselves and then create within it. So it's a good opportunity as well.
Yeah, because I think of my third graders, if I gave them this page, right, they would spend more time looking at this page of what's going to be the perfect one. So if you as a teacher can go in and pick one or two, you can even, create them from using some of the Futuresmart avatars, import them in there. That's a great idea.
And when you share the template, you can lock certain elements. So you can kind of keep certain things open. And the more you want them to be creative or the more maybe it's overwhelming, you can you have a little more control over how much they can change on the template or what you kind of want from that as well.
I like that. Yeah, I think there's a good equalizer in having a certain amount of control and then also giving the students a certain amount of freedom, especially if you're just getting started to get them used to it. You want to kind of guide them and model that design.
Yes,
that's
definitely.
awesome. Well, fabulous. This is so great. I can think of so many ways that we could create together and think about extending that student engagement and creativity. So thank you for taking time today and showing us everything. We want to make sure that you all get back to your day, to your activities, but certainly reach out to either of our teams. That's what we're here to do, is to support you. And we also want to hear what's working. What are you creating? Share that with us on Twitter, on Instagram. We have, I know here at EVERFI, we have a Facebook group that is Educator Resources for Real World Learning. So share out what you're making there. Do you all have a Educator Facebook group as well?
Canva has the Canva for Education as well. We have a Facebook group. That's a great way to get started and see what other people are doing. Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Perfect. So we will drop those links in there so everybody can access that. As a reminder, you can always go to everfi.com/create. Go ahead in, get your teacher account and ready to go. And then Janice, where can everybody go to get started on Canva?
They can go to canva.com/education, and there is a sign up option there for individual accounts. There's also a way to, if you are interested in going maybe school wide or district wide, there's also a form you can fill out there as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Well, this was so wonderful. I hope all of your minds are filled with the creations that can be made and the real world school skills that can be brought into your classroom. Thanks so much for joining us today. And again, always share with us what you're creating. Janice, thanks so much for being here, and we'll talk again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.